Good evening, good night, good morning, everyone, wherever you're plugging in from. Please, thank you for joining us this evening for our regular weekly virtual evaluation session. My name is Kamini Khan, and I am from Angus, Ontario. By profession, I'm administrative assistant. Tonight, it's my honor to introduce our speakers for this evening. Just some housekeeping rules. Please, everyone who's on here tonight, guests and business owners, make sure that your cameras are on, your names are clearly listed on your screen. I am without any further ado, I am gonna introduce our speakers for tonight.
Yes, me too.
Sid, you are mute.
Yeah. Good evening, folks. Sorry for this confusion. We want to bring up our speakers for tonight. Ashok and Smita are extremely successful in their jobs and in professions and in this business that they're going to share with us. So I don't want to take their time, and I want to bring up on the stage our wonderful speakers for tonight, Ashok and Smita Singh. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Sid, and thanks, Kamini, for that great introduction. Yeah, we're Ashok and Smita from Toronto, Canada, and we're going to be presenting tonight. We're both equal 50-50 partners in this opportunity, and we're going to speak from the heart tonight, and we're going to show you a great opportunity. We live in a strange world right now. Just a couple of years back, there were massive resignations happening all across the world. People were happy working from home and having a nice work-life balance, but now you hear the news, everybody's being laid off. So everything is like topsy-turvy. There's high inflation, high cost of living. It's hard to buy a car these days because there's a shortage of cars. There's even a shortage of Tylenol and children's medicine. So it's a really strange world. But we're going to give you hope tonight. We're going to show you an opportunity where you have something to do outside of your work or studies, where you can do in your part-time hours, but create a full-time income. So it's good. Just take good notes, and you'll be really amazed tonight. And here's my wife, Smita.
Yes, absolutely. Good evening, everyone. We are Ashok and Smita, and a little bit about myself. I have done my PhD in plant science from Montreal Concordia University, and currently I'm building the business full-time that we are going to share with you tonight. And, we are very, very excited to share this opportunity because this is something, like whatever you are looking for, if you're looking for tangibles, you are looking for intangibles, like, everything you can achieve through this opportunity. Like, like for example, like somebody is looking for tangibles, they want a nice car or nice house, or, they want to go on vacation, or, or even somebody is having a health challenges, but they don't have a choice. They have to pay the bill, so they have to go to work, right? So maybe you can build this business in your unproductive time, and you if you don't want to go to your work, you can, don't have to go work. Or like intangible, a lot of people, they are making good income, but they are very busy. They don't have time for the family. So maybe you want to spend some good quality time with your family, with your parents, or, most of us are immigrant here, we want to visit back home to see our family. So whatever you are looking for, this opportunity can provide you. But, the exciting news is, it's not like to earn the income in this opportunity. What we are going to share you tonight is not like a job that you have to trade your productive time to earn income. The thing is this opportunity, you can build a business and you can earn the income, in your unproductive time. For example, like if you are a student, you are studying, mostly students, they travel by bus, you can educate yourself while you are traveling from your school to home or home to school. If you are a housewife, you are a young mother, you are doing your house chores, laundries, whatever that, everything is digital. You can educate yourself and you can grow and learn, the business. So this is the very exciting part. When we saw this business opportunity, we have two boys now, they are 17 and 19 years old. When we saw this business, they were younger. So I remember when I used to go for work, the morning time was like crazy. You really go by tick, 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 tick by minutes, right? Okay, the kids, you make sure you just feed them, just finish your food, finish your breakfast, to drop to the school, then go to work. That the day because of this opportunity, I know I'm doing full time. The day I stop working, my goodness, the morning is so relaxed because I don't have pressure in my back. Okay, I have to rush, rush, rush. Maybe some of you can relate with that. So this is something, so I am telling all this because it could be anything. It could be you want to make $500, you want to buy a brand name purse, or you want to, change your lifestyle. Whatever you want to do, you can achieve through this business opportunity. And we have a great mentorship based program. So, it's not like that, you are stuck with your particular background and you don't know anything, because, we don't look for the credibility here. So we are going to share tonight, as Ashok said, and then, it will make more sense. And I would like to welcome all the new people who are attending, our guests who are attending for the first time this session. Just keep your, I would not say mind open, keep your heart open and listen with your heart, and, and you will find the opportunity, what you are looking for. You can have something in your life, right, through this opportunity. So over to Ashok.
Yeah.
Let me
So
share the screen.
before I begin, let's give a little bit of background about myself. See, I came to a meeting of this a couple of years back, me and my wife, and we saw the first opportunity. And at the time, I was working really long hours at my job, sometimes like 12-hour days. I'd work, take the train early in the morning, work all day, then bring my laptop home and work at night and weekends. And it was really a tough life. And I remember my son was just very young at the time. And, when you're usually in the evenings, he'd come into my room and say, let's play in the basement or let's go to the park. And the weekends, they wanted to go somewhere, but life was so busy that I couldn't do anything. And it's hard to say no to like a 10 or 12-year-old child. That's the hardest thing to do, to tell them I'm too busy right now. So when I saw this opportunity where somebody said that you can do this business alongside your work, and then eventually earn enough money to replace your income, I thought, oh, that's too hard to believe. It's too good to be true. But I realized that whatever they mentioned in this opportunity, if you follow the system, it really works. And because of that, my wife replaced her income. And for us, we have a goal in the next 2 or 3 years to be fully financially free and do this business full time for both of us. So this is what we're going to show you tonight. It's a really good opportunity. It's a business of the 21st century. And I'm going to show you the agenda and what's involved. So before we begin, there's a reason for the process, right? There's a mutual trust and transparency, because we're looking for credentials versus character. And you don't really need high credentials in this opportunity. What we're looking for is people of character. So if you have honesty, integrity, accountability, be teachable and accountable, then you really do well. So it doesn't matter what background you are. Like my wife has a PhD, I have a master's in education technology, but those degrees didn't really help us in business. And because of the strong mentorship and training program we have in this opportunity, we're able to apply what we learned and build a big business. So that's why education is very important. And with every opportunity, people will have some questions. They may be thinking, is this really true? So there's going to be facts and opinions, but we're going to show you clear facts about our industry and our business, so that you have no dispute at all in your mind. And you have to build a case for yourself. Right? We're looking, like I mentioned, we're looking for people with integrity, accountability, and we value people over profits, because technology has always changed and it's going to be more technology advanced in the future. But what's not going to change is people's heart. And when it's people's heart is what drives businesses. So if people are right, they can overcome situations. See, a computer can have a program, but if sometimes something's wrong, it doesn't know how to adapt. But people can adapt to things. So if you have a strong heart and desire and challenges come to you in life, you can overcome them. So that's why we value people. And everything depends on your level of ambition. There's a decision process. And the most important thing is your why, because all of us are busy. So if you're a student working part-time jobs, doing a full-time degree, there's a lot of time involved. And so to do something extra, you may have to think, why would you want to do something extra? What are the incentives? Same thing with some people working full-time at work. You work full-time hours, and then you have a family, but then why would you want to do something? The reason is you have to look at your life. Are you happy where you are? Are you going to be happy in the next 5, 10 years? Is your life going to really improve? Or are you going to be the same next 5, 10, 20 years from now? If not, then if you feel that if there's something I could do to improve that, then your why will be strong. So if you have some ambition to do something, it could be simple, like Smita said, maybe just an extra $500. For a lot of people, the $500 a month can really help change a lot of things. So if you want to make $500 a month, if you want to make $5,000 a month, there's a game plan and there's a process on how you can do that. And we'll show you that tonight. So if your why is strong, then you can really succeed in this opportunity. So, just to give a little background about myself, like I was 2 years old when I came to Canada. I did my master's in education technology. And then I graduated. And then we moved to the US. I bought my first home with my first job. And we were really excited. We built the home, finished the basement, spent a lot of money renovating it. And then within 2 years, there were like layoffs at the college. And I thought, oh my God, so you don't really control what you have in your hands. And we just had to pack up and move. And so that day I realized that, that you don't own the job, right? The job is only there as long as you're employed. And once it can be taken away at any time. And so it's always good to have some asset with you. So if you have an asset with you, then, you can control your own destiny. And that's what we're going to show you today. We're going to show you different ways of making money, building an asset for yourself, the business plan, business trading, and the compensation structure. So here's how people make money. There's an employee, there's someone who's self-employed, someone who's a business owner, and someone who's an investor. Now, if you're an employee, you trade time for money. So you put in a certain amount of hours and then you get paid. So you have a job, but there's no leverage. So what that means is that if you want more money, you have to put in more hours. But the drawback is we have 24 hours in a day, right? And we cannot have more than that. And then your mind and body can only function at a certain point. Like after 4 or 5 hours, you're fresh, you're working hard. 8 hours, you're feeling a bit tired. And if your job requires you to work more, you feel less productive. But if you work 12 hours a day, you're almost gone. So it's really hard for somebody to do an additional job. Sometimes I get offers to do some kind of part-time contract, but I won't be able to do it because after a full day, you cannot really do some hard work where you have to spend time researching and analyzing. So it's really hard to do that. And so it's hard to do 2 jobs. And if somebody's doing manual labor, it's even harder. Right. And so how can you get more money than, right, without putting more time? And we're going to show you today how you can make more money and have more time for yourself, which seems really hard to believe, but it's true. But if you look at an employee now, if you look at a physical building, a company where people go, thousands of people go there every day. Somebody makes $15 an hour and someone makes $150 an hour. They all have 2 arms, 2 legs, a brain. But why does somebody get $150 an hour? It's because their mindset, their education, their expertise, it's what knowledge they bring and experience to the job. So they have a valuable asset, right? And now in a business has multiple people like that, multiple people earning $150 an hour. So a person can only make a certain amount of money. It's hard for them to get a higher hourly wage, right? Because companies only pay so much. And if you want to get more, they'll just hire somebody who's just as qualified, but willing to pay less than you, willing to take less money than you, right? But a business owner doesn't have to worry about being the best and all that. They're just going to hire the best. So if you're like a web developer and you work really hard to get your degree and you make really creative web designs and you do well, now you think the company is making money because you're such a talented employee. And you feel that if they're making money from my designs, why should I work for myself and I can steal my designs myself? So then you become self-employed. So now you create a job for yourself, but you have no leverage. And now what happens is that a self-employed has a lot of headaches too. They can make more money, but then they don't have any time because they are the business. When it's a bad winter storm, you can call in sick. And so you can stay home that day. But a self-employed cannot call in sick, whether they're an accountant, lawyer, or anyone, because if they don't go to work, they don't perform, they won't get paid. Employee can take a nice vacation for 2 weeks, but a self-employed, if they take time off for 2 weeks, the businesses really suffer. And it's a hard life because nobody's happy. Their families not happy because they're working long hours. The government's not happy with them because they don't think they're declaring all the income they're declaring. Their clients are not happy because you're so busy and you're not giving enough time to them. So it's a tough situation. But now, if you look at the business owner, like I said, they don't want to be the best in the field. They want to hire the best. And if 5 people call in sick, they have 5,000 people coming to the office, so they're not worried. And an employee works 40 hours a week. A business owner will have 400,000 hours a week with all the employees. So it's really powerful. But as lucrative as business is, because if you look at it, employees, 90% of the people earn 10% of the income. And if you look at the business side, they earn 90% of the income and only 10% of those people are involved. So very few people are involved in businesses because there's a lot of obstacles to become a strong business owner. You need capital. You have to be willing to take risk. Like a lot of people are happy with the job because they put in 8 hours, 10 hours, they'll get paid. A business may take 5 years to develop. And then sometimes about 85% of all the businesses who start out within 5 years fail, right? Because there's a competition, there's price increases and decreases, markets are fluctuating, risk, you need a lot of capital, you need knowledge, expertise. You develop a great concept in business, and then a year later, somebody develops a similar concept which is even better. And then what's going to happen? That you're stuck because you have so much competition. But when the business overcomes all that, they're really profitable and lucrative. And if you look at investor, they are investing in multiple businesses. So they have a lot of capital to do that. For instance, if you know there's land available, and that land, you know, it's guaranteed to go 10 times in value in the next 2 years. It's a great deal. Everybody will want to buy that land. But the drawback is you need capital to buy that land. If the land is $10 million, most people can't afford it now. So rich businesses have capital and they can invest. So that's why very few people are on the investor side. So now, if you want to move from the employee and self-employed to the business owner side, or investor side, it's not as simple as just changing a postal address or just moving from one to another. It requires a change of mindset. You know, like Michael Jordan is a great example. As a player in the 90s, he was the highest paid athlete, earning about $30 million. Today, he doesn't play basketball. He hasn't played for over 25 years now, but his value is $1.65 billion because instead of being an athlete and a player, he's a business owner now. He owns the Michael Jordan brand. He owns basketball teams and merchandising. And so that's why his value is really high. But it didn't just come overnight. Michael Jordan had investors and people who mentored him, and now he's become a successful business owner. And we'll show you, with mentorship, and we'll show you how you can make money in the information age. So I'll give it over to Smita, and she'll talk about the differences between the two markets.
Yeah, so as Ashok spoke about the different ways of income we make, and doesn't matter what ways we are bringing the money, mostly we are trading our time, right? So here, if you see on the slide, there is one is an industrial age model and the other was an information age model. So most of us are making a living by living in industrial age model. So what industrial age model is basically, as Ashok said, we trade our time and we earn income, as simple as it is. Then the bad news is the money we make, it comes in the bank and it goes from the bank. We don't get to see the money, right? So what happens, we have certain expenses, our mortgage or rent or car insurance, car loan, whatever the fixed amount, it just goes from the bank directly, right? And then we have some floating cash that we use in buying stuff. And mostly what we buy FMCG products every month, right? That's like a fast moving consumable goods. So that includes like, if you are on the call for the first time, if you count in your head since morning till now, you must have been used at least 10, 15 FMCG products like toothpaste, toothbrush, shampoo, skincare, some vitamins, snacks, right? All these things. So what we do to buy these products, we go to stores. And we buy, then the money we made, it goes to stores and we buy the product and we come home. And as I mentioned, these products, we need every second week or every 4 weeks. So, that's how it works. Bi-weekly salary comes, bi-weekly the money goes out. Now, we have a wonderful, concept, the business opportunity we are sharing you tonight. It's, household gold concept. So basically what we can do, we can convert our expenses into investment through this business opportunity. So, like, suppose you are spending, there are so many different people on the call. There are some students, there are some people with the family of 2, family of 4, couple, everybody has different expenses. But I believe everybody spend at least $100, $200, $400, $500 a month, right? So what happens when we pay that $500 a month to these stores? So what happens? We pay retail price, right? And anything we buy, we pay retail cost. And we know the manufacturing cost of that particular product, whatever we buy, it's 30 to 40% margin, right? But if I ask the cashier, hey, why you are charging me that much? Suppose you are buying a pen for $1. So, then he will say, okay, you buy a truckload of pen, you will get for a manufacturing cost as well. We don't need that. So here in information age model, what we do, simply we switch our buying location. So whatever FMCG product we are buying from XYZ place, we start buying from the direct selling company. So there is a different direct selling company. So, we get connected to the direct selling company. Those are the manufacturing the product. So what happens? We are directly buying the money from the manufacturer, right? So what happens, that 30 to 40% margin, it comes back to us as a business income. That's how we make money in the business. And we'll show you all the numbers. How does it work? So the first step we teach, we recommend to build the business, you change your buying location. So remember, I was talking about convert your expenses into the investment. So whatever you are spending right now, the same money, you change the buying location. So basically now you will get some money back. What is investment? When you say the word investment, that means there is something return coming up, right? After some time. So that's how here it happens. And now the beautiful part is, by switching our buying location, then we can build a network. We can build a community of the people, the network, and we teach them to do the same thing, to change the buying location so they, earn income. So that's how, you start making a life and you build an asset for yourself. Even you are buying the product too, and you are doing a networking too. So that's how we make, it works. And now, as I told you, so we have a FMCG product, we get connected to the direct selling companies. They are manufacturing the exclusive line of the products. So we have everything. You think of head to toe for yourself, for your home, for your kids, anything, we have it. So here we have exclusive brands for health and nutrition. It's called Neutralite, right? If you see here, you can see the screen. It says right here, #1 selling vitamin dietary supplement brand, right? And we are organic. We are, NSF certified. You name it, all the good stuff. And we have the vitamins for everything, supplements. You want to, you have a vision issue, you have a kids, you have cholesterol issue, whatever, we have a supplement for that. You can protect yourself. Then we have a energy drink, access energy drink. I call it a guilt-free drink because, whenever you put soda or pop, then you think, oh, so much calorie. The access energy drink, 0 carbs, 0 sugar, 8 to 10 calories. And we have multiple flavors. It's such a yummy drink, but, and gives you energy with all these vitamins, right? Then we have a sports nutrition line. A sports nutrition, people are gymming. My son, 19 years old, he goes to gym, he works out. So, he takes all the protein and stuff. And, so we have a lot of people, what they say, like, if you talk to the youngster, all they care, how many grams of protein? Oh, 40 grams of protein, 60 grams, 20 grams, 30 grams, that's all they see. But, you have to see the combination of different protein is basically amino acid, and you have to see the scoop size. Sometimes outside X brand, you see the scoop is 50 gram size, and then you get maybe 20 grams or 30 grams of protein, right? So there's so much filler. So those things you have to see. It's not only about the number of gram of protein. Then, my favorite is Body Key, the weight management line. We have amazing weight management line. You can be fit, you can be healthy. It's not about losing weight. It's about being healthy and being fit, right? So, and then we have beauty and personal care, right? The skincare, you name it, you have teenager, young, mature skin, you have pigmentation concern, you have acne concern, whatever you have, you name it, we have it. Every single product of the skincare line, they are vegan. they are botanical, they are plant-based, right? Then we have, all the lip care, makeup, then personal care, the toothpaste, toothbrush, like here, this product, this is our favorite product, the glister spray, right? Just last weekend, we had our conference, we were traveling, early morning, of course, you brush your teeth, but, you are sitting in the car. So, this thing, you just spray it, you don't feel those feeling, right? You are like, when you travel in the plane or long drive and stuff like this, amazing small thing, it's amazing mouth spray, right? So then we have hair care products. So whatever product you are seeing on the screen, if you count, anybody new here, if you see, you think, oh yeah, I use deodorant today. Oh, I use shampoo today. Oh, I brush my teeth, right? So we are using these products, right? It's nothing like new. Then this is my most favorite products, the cleaning product, because the cleaning product are ammonia free, phosphate free. You don't have to worry for anything, no chemical, no fumes, right? We have a bleach for our laundry, chlorine free bleach. You can put your colored and white clothes in the same load. How cool is that, right? Then we have, air purification system. We don't call it a filter. It's not a water filter. It's an air purification system. It purifies the water, but at the same time, it does not pass through all the good minerals that our body needs, like a calcium, magnesium, all those minerals. It doesn't go through the purification system. So it retains all the good minerals. We have air purification system, is asthma certified. So, somebody has the asthma issue, people have pet in the, that now the COVID time, I think look like it's a status thing, every other household people got a dog, right? So if you have a dog or pet, any pet, it's a great product to have, air purification system. Then we have all pots and pan. Which house is that there is no cooking happening, right? Everybody cooks every single day, right? We have these stainless steel, is 18 by 10 stainless steel pots and pan. And basically you can literally cook in zero oil and very less water. Because what happens when you cook with so much water, your nutrients dissolve. When you cook so much oil, everything is gone in the oil. You can literally cook in very less water and zero oil. These pots and pan, they are amazing, amazing, right? Then we have, these are the exclusive line. Then we have a lot of partner stores, because people are brand conscious, right? They want some stuff like branded. Like I have two boys, they, the boys are into the shoes. So we have the partner store, all these shoe stores. So there are so many different, partner stores. What is those? Like, if you are buying, I was showing the plan today, and I just noticed, Lyft is our partner, right? We do Uber and stuff like that, Lyft, so there are so many different things, you can spending money any which way, you can use the money here and you can get some reward, right? Now the direct selling company I was talking about, there are so many different direct selling companies, right? The direct selling company we are connected with is called Amway, right? And this slide just shows you the credibility of the company actually. So if you see 2021, it says 8.9 billion turnover, right? And $63.8 billion are given as a bonuses and incentives. And the most exciting part is in this slide, every single product has 180 days customer satisfaction guaranteed. What does that mean? If I bought this mouth spray, I used it halfway, and after 5 months, I said, hey, you know what? I don't like this mouth spray. You can return it. You can literally live with every single product for 6 months. And then even if you open it, used it, you can return it, guys. Then if you see this, 900 patents. What is patents? Patent is basically the combination of the product. I'm just telling in a simple language. Whatever you have, nobody else can have it. That's your right. And any new product people are launching, they want to have their own patents. To have your own patent, it's so much money involved, so much time involved, so much research involved. Then you get your own patent. Here, we don't have to worry for that. There are 900 plus patents. That's a big deal, guys, right? Now, as I said, there are so many different direct selling companies. Why do you choose Amway? So why do you choose Amway? Because according to the DSA, Amway is the #1 direct selling company in the world for last 8 consecutive years, right? In the world, we are global. We are not like just local here in Canada, right? As I already showed you, diverse product selection. We have like so many different products. We operate in 100 different countries and territories. Then we have a IBOI board. That means like being a business owner, we have our own voice. If you want to say something, you can say that, right? So these are the reason, why you choose Amway. And now, any business there is a education and system, and Ashok has covered that.
Yeah, education is really important because now you heard that Amway is a great company, a great opportunity. You may think, okay, but people have succeeded. I don't know if I can succeed. You may think that you're not very outgoing, willing to reach out to people. You're not very talkative. You don't know many people. There's all kinds of concerns in your mind. How can I do it? I don't have enough time. And that's where educational training helps you. And we have a company called Brit Worldwide. They have been helping people since over 50 years. A fellow named Bill Britt was very successful, developed techniques on how to build a successful business. And then he started teaching and mentoring people all over the world. And we use these successful principles to teach people. And it's very easy to learn, especially in the information age. Now with a cell phone or any device, you can get a lot of talks, you can get videos, and you can get product information. I mean, if you look at our catalog, there's like millions of product and services we have. And you're just in a conversation with somebody, like, for instance, like this mouth spray or an energy drink, somebody say, okay, how much is it? Just by checking your cell phone, you can check the catalog and get the price at your fingertips. You can place an order right on your device. And Bit Worldwide has been in for many years. And if you look at the industries today, network marketing is a $40 billion industry. And about 20% of the billionaires have come through network marketing. So there's a huge educational training system. And the beauty of Brit Worldwide is that not just anybody speaks. They don't select the best speakers, the people with the best personalities, the best voice, the most articulate speakers. They select people who have the best track record, who actually done the business. So the criteria is that you have to reach a certain level in the business, only then you get to speak on the stage. This meeting tonight is a Brit Worldwide meeting. So like me and my wife reached the platinum level, so that's why we're sharing the business opportunity. So anybody who reaches a certain level can educate and train others. And it's a really good opportunity because think about it, everybody has so much busy time. If you look at traveling to work, sometimes people spend over an hour commuting. So can you imagine how you can utilize that time? If you're stuck bumper to bumper in traffic, you can listen to a talk by somebody who's very successful and teach you how to build a business. And then, you can save so much time. You can use the device to book your meetings, appointments. You can send videos to a prospect and let them see the opportunity. If you're traveling by bus or train, the same thing. You can listen to talks, you can share videos to people. So it's a lot of great information all at your fingertips. And now this is the business, so it's not like you're in business and you get a product kit at your door, you wonder, okay, how do I build the business? You may talk to 10 friends, and if all 10 friends say no, they don't want to do it, you don't have to get discouraged. There's a system that will help you. Like I mentioned, Brit Worldwide. And the person who invited you is going to help you step by step, every step of the way. They'll show you how to approach people, how to send a message, how to invite people, how to handle some questions, objections, and how to build a big team, right? So if you look at it, let's select your two hands. One is your left hand, one is your right hand. So Amway supplies the products to you and the services, and Brit Worldwide will give you the training. And with these two components, all I have to do is shop, share, and educate. So you just convert your buying power, share with people, and educate. And when you have some concerns or questions, the training team will help you. And so they'll make you feel comfortable. And then when you're at a certain level, then you can do it independently on your own. So now people are wondering, how much money can I make? So let's Smita, she's really an expert with numbers, and she'll talk about how you can make money in here.
All right, so let's talk money now. Guys, first of all, I'll say there are so many numbers. Don't get confused. Just visualize these are all dollar bills, right? It's not numbers, it's all money actually, right? So, we are going to show you how we really make money in this. So here in the yellow box, if you see, there is a percentage. It starts from 3, 6, 9, and goes all the way to 25%, right? And so what happens, as I told you, our business is global. We are in 100 different countries and territories, right? So every country has different currency. So here in North America, we have, US, Canada market. So basically, every $3 you spend, you get 1 point. So we measure the business on point value actually. So, and this is business volume. So business volume is money. So $3 you spend, you get 1 point. It's very simple, right? So what happens? We start from 3%. So basically you do 100 points. That means you switch the buying location of your products for $300. So you get 100 points. So here, you see, just go step by step. Don't get confused here. So many numbers. So here you see it says 150 PV. So this business model is approved by CRA. So they have shown some number, so here the number they shown, individual, they start the business, they do 150 points. You can do 300 points, you can do 500 points, no problem. So the money is shown on 150 points because 150 points is equivalent to around $450 business volume. So on average, if you see, everybody spends that much money, right? And even we are not telling you to spend $450. We are just saying to switch your buying location worth, maybe I will say like, $150 only in the beginning. So here, if you see here, so there is a term is VCS. So VCS is called the verified customer sales PV. So what happens? We share the product. We use the product and we share the product. So suppose you do 100 points, that means $300 worth value product you share with your friends and family, you retail them, and around 50 PV you use for yourself. So what happens here, when you retail the product, there is 11% profit. So you make, suppose you did retail the product of $300, so you made $33. And then since you are at 3% bonus level, so you make $13.50 of your total business. And then there is another bonus hits. It's called a CSI bonus. So you make 7% CSI bonus. Don't worry for all this calculation. Who invited you? They can to explain you in detail. So if you do all the calculation together, you earn $67. So you did the business of $450. So basically you switched your buying location and then you shared with your friends and family and they did some shopping through your channel, right? So you made $67. Now you think, oh, $67. I am listening to you guys for almost half an hour and you are talking about $67. It's about not $67. It's about how you made that $67. If I ask you, what did you do to make that $67? All you did, instead of buying from Amazon, you used your credit card on Amway. Instead of buying from Walmart.ca, you used your credit card on Amway.ca. That's all you did, right? So basically at work, to get a $67 raise, how many times do you get that? You don't have to raise your hand. We never get one time at $67 raise in our paycheck, right? Now the next step, the networking comes in a picture. So what we here again approved by CRA. So we recommend you introduce 6 of the people in your network. So you build a community of 6 people and you teach them the same thing. You switch your buying location and buy from your own store and earn the income, right? So what happens? So 6 and you. So there are total 7 people in the team. And you do all the math basically. So you did a business of $3,100 almost. So you are at 12%, level here on the bonus mark, performance bonus mark. You are doing the same retail. So you got their own. So you see what is in red. So you made $378, $81 is paid. It got paid to your network. So see, the beautiful part is there is so much calculation, but we don't need to worry for that. Corporation does all the calculation, but at the same time, it's not hidden. You can see all the calculation according to your network, like who got who, how they got it. So you can see everything is on your screen. So you can do that. So here now, after paying everyone, your monthly income is $330. Think about that. You are doing the business of $450 and $330 is coming back to you. Not only that, now the exciting part is we have started a new bonus. It's called a multiplier. So basically what happens, whatever is your income, it gets multiplied by 30%, right? So, so here what happens, you get additional $89. So altogether 330 plus 89, right? So that is your income. And this is not only for one time, because you are not going to buy your toothpaste only one in a lifetime. You are going to buy your FMCG product month after month, right? So it will going to grow and grow. Now, the next step is all your 6 network. If they introduce 3 more, that's again by the CRA, the plan, that's why they can do 5 more, 2 more, 1 more, whatever. So if you do 3 more, so what happens? You plus 6, your first network, 7, and every 6 did 3, so 18. So 18 plus 6 plus 1 is 25. So there are 25 people in your network, right? And we teach them to do the exactly same thing what we are doing, switching our buying location and doing a business of minimum $450 by consumption, personal consumption, and doing some sharing and retailing. Now you are at 21% here, right? So again, you do all the calculation here, you get to keep $1,423, guys. This is a real, serious money here, almost. And then the other multiplier kicks in here. That's the 40% multiplier. So now you have a 40% multiplier and 30% multiplier. Think about that. For example, if you are making $1,000 and if you have all this structure, your income will be $1,700. Just the simple math, 70% multiplier. How cool is that? This is super exciting. And it's just like whoever is seeing the business opportunity tonight for the first time, this bonus is just launched 2 months ago. So, you are in treat. We never made that big money, the multiplier money. So this is very exciting. And you reach at 21% and you can earn this income. And then the top of the, bar is 25%. So when your 3 network, they introduce 2 more. So altogether, there are 61 team members in your team. And now what happens, after everybody gets paid off, all the red is your team is getting paid off. And so you keep $2,845, right? And then all the multiplier kicks in too. So if you see, it's a professional income, and let me tell you one thing, this is not a gross income. This is a net income. So if you have a salary of 60,000, so if you do the simple math, you should get $5,000 a month. How many of you get $5,000 a month if you have a 60K salary job? No, because there's so much, that's the 60K is the gross income. And then what we get 1,400 bi-weekly, that's our net income. Here, what we are making, this is our net income. That income is going to our bank, right? That is very, very unique. It's not like that. There's nothing agenda here, nothing in small letters. This will happen, that will happen. And when you, continue, when you maintain this 25% in 12 months in a row, you call Q12 platinum. So if you see here on top, so you get additional bonuses actually. So you get, annual incentive around $18,000, right? So you get a trip and everything. So that is another, additional income for you. And now the next one is, so basically this is a summarizing and in telling you like how we made money here. So I told you already, there are 3 ways we make money: retail margin 11%, performance bonuses 3 to 25%. And then we have extra incentive I talked about, right? All the bronze and everything. And then we get trips and stuff, right? Now, the most exciting part is here. Let me tell you, in the business, if you see in conventional business, what happens? If even your best friend is opening the same business what you have, you will never tell the secret because that person became your competitor. Here, the beautiful part of this business is, this is a win-win situation. So suppose if we went 25% and we started making $3,000, $4,000 a month, we will help our network to make that money. Why? I'm telling you now. So what happens, see here, this is, suppose you reach that 25%. Now, if you help one of your network to reach 25%, so by default, your network is start making same money like you are making, right? But what you get for that, corporation gives you 6% of their total income. That comes around $1,350 per month. So that $1,350 will be additional for you on top of whatever you are making to helping someone to reach as that level. That's the leadership bonus. And it doesn't come from your network $3,000. The corporation pays you. And if you help 1, 2, 3, 4, so how many you pay help to reach, you make that much additional $1,350. How cool is that, right? It's a win-win situation. Otherwise, anywhere there's, in the business, conventional business or anywhere there's a competition, people start lying, cheating, and all those things. Here, if you're going to do lying or cheating, you are killing your own money. So who is going to do that? Nobody, right? And now, Ashok will talk about why this business is not pyramid. So what to Ashok?
Yeah, because now we heard a lot of great ways to make money. People think, okay, those who've been involved in the business for a while, they're on top of a network and they're making all the money, and people who just join will be working hard and helping them build the network. But it doesn't work like that. This is a free enterprise system, which means that those who work the hardest and build the biggest network, they get compensated more. And first of all, pyramid schemes are illegal, right, in most countries around the world. And Amway is in over 100 countries worldwide. So everything is approved by governments wherever they are. And so if you look at here, in your corporate structure, that's what really a pyramid is. In a corporate structure, you have your CEO at the top, then you have the vice presidents, then you have the senior managers and the managers and so on, coordinators. And so whoever's at the top makes the most money. So somebody who, let's say, is a hard worker, an engineer who works maybe like long hours and maybe 8 to 10 hours a week, works on weekends, they work a lot. And now the CEO may work only 4 hours a week, but who gets paid more? The CEO, right? And no matter how hard you work, you cannot get paid more than your vice president or your senior manager. So that's what a pyramid is. But here, anybody who works hard, they can make more money than others. So if you look at the example now, A, B, and C. So if you look at it, some people think A makes most money, but that's not true. A has one business, B, right? So 6% business. B build a network with 3 people earning a leadership bonus of 6%. So B is actually making more than A, and he came into the business after. Now C came into the business last. There could be maybe like 6 to 10 years in the business, while A and B were in business for 20 years. So in the last 6 years, C put in 6 businesses and making 6% each. So they have 6 businesses earning a leadership bonus. So they're actually making the most money. So anybody who starts today, they can outperform anybody else who's been in business for a while the next 2 to 3 years if they want. It's all about your ambition and your willingness to work hard. So now next is the incentives. There's a lot of great trips and wherever you are, if you have a UK business or India business, you have additional trips for those markets. If you're North America, you can go anywhere from in Orlando, Hawaii. There's places in Ohio where people stay for $10,000 a night or even more. Celebrities and famous athletes go to those places. But in Amway, if you reach a certain level, it's a fully paid trip where you can go with your family. So it's a lot of great trips. Me and my wife went to Ada, Michigan for the Amway headquarters. Fully paid trip. It was a really amazing thing for us. And there's a lot of trips like that. That's just a basic one. So there's many trips that are involved, and there's a lot of great incentives. So we talked a lot of different things tonight, right? And it's all about honoring a partnership. You have to have the desire to learn and grow. We talked about integrity and accountability. We showed you a lot of facts tonight, right? So these are clear facts. It's about strong values and attitude and a willing to access mentorship. This is the key. Because a lot of times people think, okay, you know what? This sounds really great. I can do it. I have a lot of ideas. I will publish flyers. I will create a website. I'll go on social media. There's a lot of ways to things. But the best thing is if you have a mentor who went through all the difficulties, that's the best thing. Because they don't want you to go through the same mistakes they did. So mentor will help you every step of the way, will guide you. They'll stop you from making the mistakes so you can go on a faster track. Because it's a win-win situation. You saw the business model, right? When somebody makes a leadership bonus 6%, they'll do anything to help them. So they'll never guide them the wrong way and never cheat them. Because if you cheat somebody, you're killing your own business. Because when your network and your team members grow, you grow. That's why it's a win-win situation. So, we talked about a lot of great things tonight, right? So the next thing you want to do is schedule a follow-up meeting with the person. I'm sure you have some questions. Meet with them within the next 24 hours at least, because the earlier you meet, your ideas are fresh and you won't forget anything, and then you'll get this cleared up right away. Study the material they sent to you. Identify what your goals. Write down what you really want to do in this business. What's your why? And how much money you want. Tell them how much money you want to make, and then make a game plan. They'll guide you how much money you want to make, and then they'll show you how you can do that. Very easy to do that. And build a strong case to yourself. See, me and my wife, when we came to a meeting like this, you'll see a couple who is financially free. and they helped us. But the reason why they helped us because we were willing to learn and listen. You see, like people cannot help multiple people. They only can help people very serious about it. So we wanted to be on the radar screen, and so we realized that their time is very valuable, and so we wanted to really work hard, so we can get the mentorship for them. And a lot of times people say, you know what, this sounds great, but let me talk to my friends and get some other opinions. But in life, what you want to do is get opinions from the right people. I remember I was excited and I talked to my dad about this opportunity, and he said, you both are young professionals. Don't get involved in these kind of businesses. They don't work. And he was speaking as a parent to protect us, right? But what happens is when we came to the meeting, we saw people from various backgrounds. We saw young students in their 20s, and they reached such a high level in business. And we're wondering, how do they do that at a young age? Then we saw older people, we saw people with different educational backgrounds. Somebody is an IT professional, someone's a medical doctor, someone's a truck driver. So people from all various backgrounds, single, a couple, old, it didn't matter. Everybody's successful at various levels. And so we realized that there must be something in this business. And, in life, I always found out that if you get advice from the right people, you'll succeed. Just think about it in a basic way. If you want to save money and manage your finances, are you going to talk to your best friend, or are you going to talk to a financial planner, right? If your kitchen sink is leaking or your bathroom is leaking, are you going to ask your friend who will try different techniques to fix it? Or you want to call a plumber, right? Or someone who's an expert. When I was in university, I remember people would tell me, no, don't take that professor, it's really hard and people get bad grades. But when I took that professor, I got an A grade. So sometimes people's opinions vary, right? But there's a different circumstance. And we realized that if we want to learn about this opportunity, we wanted to get information from people who are actually building it. So get back to the person who invited you and the people who are guiding them, because they've been in the industry for many years, and so they know the industry. So you want to get the information from the right sources, especially when you do research. It's like Google is a search engine, not a research engine, right? Because anybody can post anything. But if you look at Better Business Bureau, they give Amway an A+ rating. If you look at Fortune magazine, credible sources, they rank Amway very highly. And just think about one simple concept. What else is out there in the world today that you can do outside of your work or studies in a part-time? Is there any opportunity that can give you such a lucrative income and a strong mentorship, right? We're number one in direct selling for 8 years in a row. So when you look at it, there's not many opportunities out there that can match what we have. So it's really important, the best way to do this business is actually start. It's like swimming. You can read books on swimming, you can watch videos on swimming, but you cannot really learn swimming unless you jump in the water. And that's what we realized, that we have to give this a try. That's what my wife said, because there's so much information out there, but unless we try for ourselves, we'll never know. And this opportunity is 3 months money back guarantee. So, and there's no risk involved. There's no startup cost. So you have nothing to lose. All you have to do is try something, and then sky's the limit how much you can earn.
Yes.
So it's really great talking to you tonight. And back to our host.
Thank you, Kamini. Over to you.
Thank you, Ashok and
Thank
Smita,
you.
for such an amazing. Thank you, Ashok and Smita, for such an amazing training tonight, showing the business plan. And to all the guests that we have on here, please reach back out to the person who invited you to answer any questions that you may have on the business and take it to the next step. Get all your questions answered, and hopefully we see you on our platform. Now, to all the business owners, I'm going to ask you to log out of here and join our meeting, our next training session. So good night, everyone.